This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
"50 years marks a time for new goals." PNG's second SEZ commences. And Governor Bed elected People's Reform Party leader. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Malinta Yopolo. Thank you for joining us. Speaking during the Business and Professional Women's Federation Papua New Guinea Independence Ball yesterday, BPW President Jacinta Wagambi said PNG's 50 years of independence serves as a platform to look forward, setting goals and work towards a brighter future for the nation. Business and Professional Women's Federation Papua New Guinea President Jacinta Wagambi said independence is a significant event that promotes reflection, celebration, and a renewed commitment to the country's development and prosperity. Ms. Wagambi added it is a momentous occasion that gives the country the opportunity to celebrate its achievements and acknowledge its progress in various fields.
Fields such as economy, education, and infrastructure development. Identify and address ongoing challenges, such as poverty, inequality, and environmental concerns. She
said independence symbolizes 5 decades of self-governance and nation-building, adding the celebration fosters national pride, unity, and a sense of belonging among Papua New Guineans both home and abroad. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News. Meanwhile, Business and Professional Women's Federation of Papua New Guinea hosted an independence ball themed 50 years strong at Siamese Now to celebrate the country's 50th anniversary. Whilst celebrating its women's success and progress along with the country's Golden Jubilee yesterday, Business and Professional Women founder Dame Carol Kidu said, when a girl is educated, her horizons expand.
Her confidence grows. She gains the roots and tools to make informed choices about her future.
Dame Carol said educating one girl has a ripple effect that extends to a community. However, she said too many girls still face barriers, financial hardships, and cultural expectations that prevent them from continuing their studies today. She said with this, BPW tries to provide educational scholarships for young girls to complete their studies.
You are giving her the chance to become a doctor, a teacher, an engineer, a leader, or an agent for change in her community. And when that girl succeeds, she lifts others with her. She inspires her younger siblings, she helps support her family, and she becomes a role model in her community.
She also acknowledged that Papua New Guinea has a proactive policy to invest in girls' education, but she said sometimes it's the family's attitude that needs to be worked on. Former BPW scholarship recipient Gelda John said BPW supported her throughout her educational journey, from high school to graduating from the University of Goroka this year. Ms. John thanked business professional women for the opportunity and says her story.
BPW has inspired me a lot to become an independent woman, to stand up and face my challenges, to become a leader who can lead, a voice to the voiceless, and a mentor to the future generations of these nations. It was through BPW I was able to have completed my degree in 2024. I just graduated 14th of January this year, 2025.
Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
A total of 335 grade 12 science, technology, engineering and mathematics students from the 6 National Schools of Excellence will sit for their annual STEM examinations from tomorrow to Friday, the 5th of September 2025. The second Special Economic Zone Summit commenced tonight in Port Moresby. This expects to bring in over 10 billion kina foreign investments into the country, and the 4-day summit aims to market the country to foreign investors.
Minister for International Trade and Investment Richard Maru gave a media brief on the Special Economic Zone Summit, which starts tonight at the Hilton Hotel in Port Moresby. Minister Maru said this is a full-house event with 450 foreign investors attending.
That's why this Economic Zone Summit is extremely important. Our target is to bring all these foreign investors and local investors, market the opportunities they have for investment in across all sectors: agriculture, fisheries, forestry, mining, tourism sector, manufacturing sector, in the energy sector. And we're hoping that the investors who come will matchmake, they'll meet each other during the summit. We have 50 booths there for people to look around and meet potential partners. And we're hoping to generate over 20 billion worth of new investments as a result of the summit.
He said SEZ projects will bring billions of kina from foreign investors, and this summit is a significant step towards achieving that.
In terms of investments in the various zones that we will market and promote through the SEZ summit. The agenda of the government is to increase exports, replace imports, downstream process all our raw materials, and generate wealth for our citizens by offering incentives that will attract foreign companies to come in and invest in PNG, as well as local companies. Incentives that we don't normally give to companies, like 10-year tax holidays.
Minister Maru used Pagail Project initiative as an example. Maru thanked the sponsors for making this event possible. Telecom Limited is one of the gold sponsors of the summit. Pakatambua National, EMTV News.
Governor for East Sepik Province, Alan Bird, joined the People's Reform Party today, a decision welcomed by the party.
The People's Reform Party was established in 2021 with a vision of united, just and prosperous Papua New Guinea. Member for North Fly James Donald stated People's Reform Party is more about reformation and change.
Information about the inclusion of one more member into our house, which is Honorable Alan Bird. That's why the name reform itself outlines everything. If you define the word reform, what does it mean? It is all about paving a new way and how we're going to do and what we need to do, forecasting next journey.
Mr. Donald explains the significance of the party logo that embraces special significance.
You see, our logo with a armed fist like this is basically a symbol of reformation. And it is a black color that signifies that when you reform, you must make a hard hit and you must do a hard call.
While explaining his stance on joining the People's Reform Party, Governor Bird outlined that he is interested in associating with like-minded leaders that stand together and advocate for reformation.
So the first thing that stood out about the People's Reform Party was their keen interest in reform. And if you read through the policies of the People's Reform Party, they are in fact quite courageous in the things that they suggest we should do. We've since had a review to try to, I guess, make the policies more palatable. And so we brought in some experts to help us with that. That's not to say that we're finished with those reform policies that you see. There's going to be further refinement. But for me, that was the first criteria I needed. I needed to join a party that would not stand in the way of reform, that would embrace reform, and that would want to do it as a basis of having the party.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Meanwhile, upon welcoming Governor Alan Bird to the People's Reform Party, party leader James Donald handed over the party leadership role.
While making his inaugural speech, Governor Bird said they are willing to take on the responsibilities on the hard road.
Maso Hewabi and James Donald are very strong individuals in terms of their personalities. And like, for example, the Honorable James Donald, I think, has been in opposition all this time. He's never been in government. So I wanted to be in a team of leaders who, if things got tough, they would stay in the opposition and fight for the country. They wouldn't go looking for the easy life, joining government, all of that.
Governor Bird stated he is adamant in leading the party forward to be honest with the people they serve and ensure things are done fairly.
Now all talk, nice plus sweet plus something, loyal, but the reality around the country is not what they are saying. One of the things that this party is going to do with our coalition friends, some seated at this table, is that we are going to be honest with you. The road to ruin is lined with sugar, cakes, and lollies. And that's the road we are on now. Correct. And someone needs to tell you the hard things that you don't want to hear. And that's what this team is going to do.
With the party membership standing as 3, the vision resonates with the vision of the founding fathers of having equal opportunities for all Papua New Guineans.
In the last 6 or 7 years, there was no equal opportunity. Some platas all sit down na kaikai good stuff while the rest were hungry. That needs to change. Passing blow dinau na put him heavy goal of future generation. That needs to change. And all of this, you by finding inside the policy,
Member for Sinasina Yongumul, Kerangakua, commended the decision of Member for North Fly, James Donald.
Hand over of the leadership to Governor Bird.
He stated Governor Bird is a strong politician who can give new hope for the country.
It's time that we offer a new alternative, a new pathway to the people of this country. A new alternative. So I think what we are seeing happening here in this small ceremony here is perhaps setting down the seedbed for a new alternative away from all the tested and tried and substantially failed alternatives that we continue to have today and keep on throwing around. It's time that we give it a fresh start.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja ya? Yeah.
This stuff, right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Buy Easy Pay with Telecom. Simply top up and purchase Easy Pay from your phone. Here's how to buy. Dial *775#, enter the meter number, enter the amount, press 1 to confirm, and receive SMS with voucher and transaction reference number. Great value and PNG old shop feels good. Drop in to your nearest telecom store or kiosk to top up and buy Easy Pay. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You need holy man to walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to believe in incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
It's time to name our very first NRL team, PNG, and we need your help. Just visit www.yourteamnamehere.co to register your details and enter your name. If your name is chosen, you'll see it here, and here. So to be part of PNG sporting history, just visit www.yourteamnamehere.co to enter your team name today. It's our country and our team, PNG.
Bogus agriculture projects are being used by foreign logging companies to steal millions of tons of valuable tropical timber. The PNG Forest Authority must immediately suspend all FCA licenses and stop illegal log exports. Stop the FCA abuse now. This message was brought to you by community advocacy group Act Now.
MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 12 Grand Final. Our 4 finalists take on 2 songs each to the themes Year You Were Born and Motown. Catch us live tonight at 7:30 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
MTV proudly wishes Papua New Guinea a happy 50th anniversary.
You're watching National MTV News. Civil Aviation Safety Authority has given their support to Air New Guinea's latest aircrafts, the Airbus A220, which will be arriving in the country in September.
Chief Executive Officer for Civil Aviation Safety Authority, Benedict Oraka, said they will provide support to Air New Guinea to ensure the new Airbus A220 operates swiftly when they arrive. Mr. Oraka made this statement during the Aviation Safety and Security Conference held in Port Moresby recently.
CASA PNG is providing every support to Air New Guinea as well as all other operators. So I give my assurance that CASA PNG will do everything it can to assist Air New Guinea and make sure we deliver those airplanes to Papua New Guinea. It certainly raises our profile overall.
Apart from Air New Guinea, Mr. Oraka said CASA remains committed to ensure the aviation industry in Papua New Guinea continues to maintain its status as one of the safest in the Pacific.
NAC improving airport infrastructure. New Sky Pacific operates one of the most advanced air navigation systems within the region. That whole picture collectively provides a very safe platform for anybody traveling in PNG. Moving forward, we will try to get that good message out. Good airport infrastructure, one of the best air navigation systems in the world, brand new airplanes, and then the PNG's high effective implementation score. I'm sure people who choose to travel to PNG will not think twice once we get that information out too.
Pakatambua National MTV News.
Divisional Commander of the Northern Command, Assistant Commissioner of Police Peter Guinness, has reached a milestone in his career, marking 50 years as a police officer.
ACP Guinness joined the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary on April 24, 1975, when he did his training as a cadet. Mr. Guinness said his experience after he completed training at the Bomana Police College.
We waited until September 16, and we were used, or I was used as one of those traffic guides. We were actually standing on the junctions, directing traffic, and we saw VIPs coming and going. And I had the opportunity to see the Prime Minister then, the late Grand Chief Sir Michael Somare, Prince Charles. They came through the Sir Hubert Murray Stadium. They went and did the groundbreaking ceremony at now the Parliament House.
During his early service, he had the opportunity to witness some of the special ceremonies held in the history of the country.
The Australian flag was lowered and the PNG flag was raised. And that was something, for me, it was a special moment for me. I really enjoyed that particular year, 1975. And thereafter, after the independence, after we gained independence, and then I got transferred to Mount Hagen. And that's where I started serving my time. I continuously served until now I've signed my contract. And I have served for 50 years, 50 plus years now. So it will be like 50 years and 4 months.
Mr. Guinness first started as a constable, then he was able to move up the ranks.
And I was able to get promoted after every 2 years because of my commitment and dedication to duty. And I was an investigator. And as an investigator, I saw that, I have contributed a lot to the organization as far as law and order is concerned. And as a result of which I got promoted every 2 years. And I am happy, and I revert back and I tell my subordinates the way it was and the way it is and the way forward.
The divisional commander of Northern briefly said the policing services in the country, highlighting some observations.
These governments have kind of forgotten about the organization. When I say forgotten about the organization, so many things have deteriorated, particularly in housing, police housing, mobility, and it's a very good organization. It's a noble organization, and if we can be able to be properly catered for and properly administered by the government, I think we will have a very good police force in Papua New Guinea and in Pacific as well.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Chief of Bougainville Police Service, Francis Tokura, was among the police officers that recently signed their employment contract with the Royal Papua New Guinea Constabulary in Port Moresby.
During the signing of the RPNGC employment contract, Police Commissioner David Manning explained that these officers have been given new contract of employment, recognizing their performance in the respective provinces. The Bougainville Chief of Police Service started his career as a police officer in 1979, with a total of 46 years serving in the police force.
We started our training in 1990 as officer cadets. Then we graduated in 1993 after 2.5 years training. I graduated as a young inspector, and my posting was to police headquarters. I joined the computer section, what was called then.
Mr. Tokua was serving in the computer section for some years, then moved on to the Human Resource Division. Mr. Tokura spent most of his career working at the police headquarters. He would only move to other regions during special operations.
First posting out of police headquarters as a senior officer was in 2008, I think. I was first posted to the New Guinea Islands as the divisional police commander, and my command covered all the New Guinea Islands provinces except Bougainville.
In 2010, Chief Francis Tokura moved to the National Capital District during the political impasse, taking the role of divisional commander of NCD and Central. ACP Peter Guinness was serving as the Metropolitan Superintendent for the National Capital District during that time. Later in 2015, he was posted to the Bougainville as the Chief of Reservists.
During that time, the arrangement for commander to be getting the Bougainville Police Service was as per the peace agreement, was to be a rank below the police commissioner.
When reflecting on his 46 years with the RPNCC, he outlined some challenges.
I've had a lot of challenges both within the RPNCC. It was very challenging also at police networks when I was the charge of the Human Resource Division. We had to do a lot of reforms in how we were doing things. We changed from being personnel and training division to be Human Resource Division. And that actually took us a lot of convincing to do to our executive team then, with the help of Department of Personnel Management.
Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
As part of Number One Super Limited's larger branch relocation and expansion project, NSL has announced the relocation of its Madang branch to the ground floor of Fenske Urban Building along Modilon Road.
Number One Super Limited Chief Executive Officer Paul Sayer said this relocation and expansion project aims to bring services closer to members' doorsteps. Mr. Sayer said NSL's new and relocated branches have been upgraded to improve members' experience and ensure that its staff has everything they need to deliver quality services. Through this exercise, he said the institution wants to ensure that it provides a standard welcoming look and feel across all its 22 branches nationwide. While the Madang branch is already serving members, the opening ceremony will take place later this year in September as part of Number One Super Limited's celebrations of Papua New Guinea's 50th independence anniversary. Jacinta Doctor, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Accept the challenge. Choose PNG's favorite purified bottled water. True Wara, 100% PNG made.
Proudly bottled by Paradise Foods.
Get twice the data with Telecom. Enjoy bonus double data from Thursday to Saturday on selected plans. You get twice the data at the same price. For instance, for 5 Kina, you get 6 gigabytes valid for 1 day. And that's more data for you to stream videos and play your online games. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk to top up and get your double data. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport, to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
Soft and Lovely Hair Growth Cream. The new way to nourish your hungry hair. The first hair growth cream with natural origins. No silicone, overload of nutrients, and incredibly melted texture that is instantly absorbed by your hair. Available at Trends Essential Beauty Shop in Bryant Bell Plaza, Gordon's, and Eliseo Rainbow, Trend Salons, and all retail shops near you.
Periods should never stop a girl or woman from her daily pursuits. Pure Day Sanitary Pad is designed to ensure total protection and comfort to suit your lifestyle. Pure Days comes with Maxi Protection Ultra Absorbent Core with wings for extra protection. Pure Days sanitary pad are available in big and small packs with and without wings. Pure Days sanitary pad is distributed by Panamax PNG.
You're watching National EMTV News. Papua New Guinea marks a new chapter in basic emergency care with the successful delivery of its first basic emergency care provider and training for trainers course taught by nurses for nurse.
The training was conducted in Port Moresby recently with facilitators from Port Moresby General Hospital, National St. John Ambulance and Hangau Memorial Provincial Hospital. The basic emergency course was developed by the World Health Organization with support of the International Committee of Red Cross and the International Federation for Emergency Medicine. It aims to improve the skills of first contact providers of emergency care in resource-constrained settings. Hangau Memorial Hospital Nurse Unit Manager, Sister Vilma Sebi said, nurses-to-nurses teaching approach is important as they speak the same language. BEC course coordinator Sister Marcia Villi said such training improves the everyday practice as caregivers in the pre-hospital setting. This training showcases the capability and leadership of PNG's nursing workforce from 14 provinces. Participants who attended the training came from nursing schools in the country and the National Department of Health. The course is delivered in partnership between Regional Emergency and Critical Care Systems Strengthening Initiatives, World Health Organization, Midwifery and Health Development of the University of Technology, Sydney, and the National Department of Health. Benson Wema, National EMTV News.
Dalo people in Eastern Highlands Province witnessed the launching of the first sealed road in their district recently.
The people of Asaroka and Ifufa villages along the borders of Daulo and Goroka district have witnessed the official launching of a 5-kilometer sealed road project recently by Daulo member Ekime Gorosahu. The road will serve more than 5,000 people, including the Asaroka Lutheran Secondary School, the Ifufa Junior Day High School, among other primary schools in the area. This project marks a breakthrough in service infrastructure development for the district. The road project is co-funded by the Goroka District Development Authority and the Eastern Highlands Governor Simon Sia and carried out by the Gatai Development Service. Present to witness the significant occasion was Goroka member Ayatambua and Eastern Highlands Governor Simon Sia, which was held at the Asaroka Secondary School. Amanda Ilaitia, National EMTV News.
The official opening of the 5 days mini New Britain Region Synod hosted by the George Brown Memorial Church has commenced today in Port Moresby.
The Synod will take place for 5 days, which will commence tomorrow and end on the 5th of September. This is the first for George Brown Memorial Church in Port Moresby to host the New Britain Region Synod. The official opening was done through a procession by youth. Bishop Reverend Abel Uraboro declares the opening of the Synod. George Brown Memorial Church elder Dr. Kessia Biaga broke down in tears to acknowledge the leadership and guidance of God for bringing the church this far.
I take this opportunity on behalf of the leaders, past and present, members of this then the Conwa Fellowship Group, and now Port Moresby George Brown Memorial Church, to acknowledge the leadership and guidance of God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit for the journey that we have gone through in building the church where we are in Port Moresby. Secondly, to the church leaders, past and present, and the people of the New Britain region, your immense contribution to this church through your prayers and your support in sending ordained ministers and their families to George Brown, what must be George Brown Memorial Church, to help us in our spiritual growth.
This opening ceremony started off with church service and concluded with Bishop Uraboro giving his sermon. The synod will gather all the church leaders and bishops from United Churches in Papua New Guinea in the New Britain region to give their reports on the future aspirations. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Career Fair Day provides opportunities for all students at the Papua New Guinea University of Technology to select the organizations that best suit their skills.
Career Fair Day assists corporate sponsors and business houses to scout preferable candidates for the job opportunities they provide. A 2-day annual event that showcases corporate companies and business elites' vision and mission, expectations and drive, the Career Fair is a vital part of the institution's focus. Deputy Vice Chancellor for Unitec, Dr. Gary Sally, says students are given the fair opportunity to look at what the company does, what services they provide, and the requirements needed to join their workforce. Dr. Sally states that the event not only provides opportunities for students, it offers different programs for companies to know what Unitec has to offer in terms of its programs. He emphasizes that the industries must understand there are different ranges of students, top students, and average and bottom students.
But they have completed the program, and they have got the knowledge, they have got the skill and talents, and I think they must all be given the opportunity to prove themselves in the industries, because a low-performing student that academically they can do better in the industry too, in terms of the work that they're able to provide.
Dr. Sally commends all corporate and business houses for their continuous support to make the Career Fair Day a success. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Moving to overseas news, Indonesia's President Prabowo Subianto has cancelled a planned trip to China later this week as anti-government protests gained momentum and demonstrators clashed with police. 3 government workers have died in the latest unrest after protesters torched a council building.
The rallies began on Monday over generous allowances paid to members of parliament, but they've now become anti-police demonstrations after police drove an armoured car into crowds on Thursday, killing a rideshare motorcycle driver. Indonesia correspondent Tim Swanston has more from Jakarta.
Well, tensions are certainly growing here on the streets of Jakarta. Those pops that you can hear are the return fire of protesters. They're firing fireworks at riot police, who in turn are firing tear gas back at them. What started as protests against the government earlier this week have really morphed into an anti-police movement here on the streets of Jakarta. Right across Indonesia, people are graffitiing ACAB, all sorts of anti-police sentiments. And you can really hear that this clash between protesters and police right now is picking up. This movement, there's a lot of energy behind it as many Indonesians, especially young Indonesians, let out what they feel is simmering anger and simmering tensions about the state of the economy, what they see as perceived inequality between, say, the entitlements that members of parliament receive and how they live, the cost of living that they experience every day and the poverty that many Indonesians experience. Here is what some of those protesters had to tell me just a little bit earlier.
This month, governments increased the price of rice and rose our taxes to increase the income of members of parliament.
I feel hopeless for this country, actually. We are all on the street right now to voice our concern to those people in power.
Now, this violence is spreading out right across the country. In South Sulawesi, at least 3 people were killed in a government building there after it was set on fire by protesters. Much of this anger towards police has been directed just a few days after police drove an armoured vehicle towards protesters on Thursday, and that killed a delivery rider. We saw very significant outpouring of grief for that delivery driver just in the last few days, a funeral, a procession of delivery bikes here in Jakarta. But you can clearly tell there's a lot of white-hot rage and anger that's built up over a long time.
Ukrainian president has accused Moscow of using the time meant for preparing a peace summit to instead organize new attacks on Ukraine.
Israel is continuing to push ahead with its plan to take control of Gaza City with the goal of destroying militant Hamas fighters. It's also ended the strategic pauses in fighting that had allowed aid into the north of the Strip, where the UN has identified more than 500,000 Palestinians experiencing famine.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Rukai Sports. Stay with us.
Bogus agriculture projects are being used by foreign logging companies to steal millions of tons of valuable tropical timber. The PNG Forest Authority must immediately suspend all FCA licenses and stop illegal log exports. Stop the FCA abuse now. This message was brought to you by community advocacy group Act Now.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennau, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always Trukai. Trukai, true inspiration through generations.
It's time to name our very first NRL team, PNG, and we need your help. Just visit www.yourteamnamehere.co to register your details and enter your name. If your name is chosen, you'll see it here, and here. So to be part of PNG sporting history, just visit www.yourteamnamehere.co to enter your team name today. It's our country and our team, PNG.
Serving for over 25 years, the International Training Institute, ITI, is one of the leading higher education institutes accredited by DHEST. We offer diploma in business management, business accounting, marketing management, small-medium business management, human capital management, information communication technology, and tourism and hospitality management courses. Download our application from our website and apply now for July intake. Application is still open to July intake. ITI, investing in quality and affordable education for your future. Daytech, the largest communication technology solution and services provider in PNG. We have the best brands and huge range of products for students, home users, small and medium business, corporate and enterprises. At Daytech, we have sound business practices and strong affiliations with some of the largest technologies in the world. We offer large range of genuine HP inks and toners at competitive prices with mid-range to high-end printers to suit your environment. Check out our special offers at our retail shops today. Daytech, innovative solutions, value services.
I went to Sogeri Secondary School, and it was at that time that my interest began to mount on the Defense Force.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with General Ted Diro.
I was the head of the cadet unit there. Some of the big names that you hear about these days went through the cadet units. At that time, my interest in the military grew.
That's on Monday night.
Tukai Sports.
Welcome to Tukai Sports. PNG professional fighters Daniel Bruno and Kondop Samson took a back-to-back win in Gold Coast, Australia last night, impressing the Australian spectators, coaches and promoters from various parts of Australia. Godwin Aki files this report.
Following their proud entry into the ring, there was no wasting time for two of PNG's very own professional kickboxers, the experienced Kondop Samson and the first-timer, Daniel Bruno. To kick off the win for PNG's first TKO last night was Kondop Samson, who caused a TKO in less than just 2 minutes to his Australian opponent. While Kondop celebrated his win in the presence of his coach Stanley Nandex, in a back-to-back comeback, newcomer Daniel Bruno, who also fought in his first professional fight against his Australian opponent, repeated another TKO of the night against his opponent from Australia, taking home his first TKO win. Despite PNG's loss in the first round for Arunai's Stanley Hanku, the team celebrated their two back-to-back TKO wins with fans, family and friends.
It's a fight lo Dream World, here lo Gold Coast. We are making 2 win. Out of 3 and 2 win, 1 loss. But 2 win by knockout. First round by first round. It's me win by knockout lo 1 minute 20 seconds. Lo Chimbu Daniel Bruno and win lo knockout lo 48 seconds.
Community Union, Chimbu province na Papua New Guinea, SL Mikandon lo Queensland lo just a profit win. We come with this team stuff. Saturday we fight. First profit win to me. We got little doubt, but we started by making through me.
According to the two fighters and coach Stanley Nandex, while their wins have got Australian promoters talking, they are hoping to carry through this win into their next international fight in Port Moresby on September the 16th, where PNG will take on the rest of the world, followed by more international fights in Australia. Godwin Eki, Tukai Sports, Gold Coast.
Today marked the thrilling conclusion of the 2025 Port Moresby Women's Basketball League season as under-8 to under-18 boys, girls and mixed teams faced off in the highly anticipated grand finals held at the Tauroma Aquatic Center.
After weeks of intense competition, dramatic comebacks and standout individual performances, the top teams finally battled it out for the championship glory. The atmosphere was electric, with fans, families and supporters filling the stands to cheer on the young athletes. It was more than just a final, it was a celebration of talent, sportsmanship and the strength of community spirit. President of the Port Moresby Women's Basketball League, Velma Kulukulu, acknowledged the importance of the event and the growth of the sports among youth.
They've been our major sponsors for 4 years and running. They've made it possible for us to use this venue, a safer place for our kids to play. So our competition has been going on for almost 4 years now. And every year it's been growing by number and interest. This year we have the biggest number and the biggest crowd over the 15 weeks of our games.
She also highlighted basketball's positive influence on young people, noting its role in shaping character and keeping children active and focused.
It's a show that basketball as a sport can change communities. It can bring communities together. It can change lives of young athletes, bring them teach them discipline, teamwork, and be better citizens of our country. So that's our aim, to empower the kids to be better citizens of our country.
The finals concluded with medal presentations and heartfelt celebrations, wrapping up a successful season that brought the community closer and left a lasting impact on everyone involved. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Meanwhile, courts leads up today as young athletes showcased top talent in the Port Moresby Women's Basketball League Grand Finals.
The Tauroma Aquatic Center came alive today with cheers, energy and fierce determination, marking the thrilling conclusion of the 2025 Port Moresby Women's Basketball League season. Under 8 to under 18 boys, girls and mixed teams clashed in intense grand final matchups. Trukai Sports caught up with the president of the Basketball Federation PNG, David Peter, who highlighted the importance of young basketball talent.
Developing players at the junior level is important for us because we plan to make basketball bigger and to make our PNG team very competitive. And for us to be able to do this, we need to develop players at a young age. And to have this sort of competition is really, really important for us.
The finals weren't just about winning, they celebrated growth, discipline and unifying power of sport. With packed stands and passionate fans, the event brought the community together in support of its youths. Organizers say this season is only the beginning of what is to come. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebasa je ya? Yum.
This stuff right?
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
At IPI Catering, we understand the intricacies of the environments in which we work, providing innovative, fresh and creative catering solutions. Our experience and commitment is a winning combination, delivering great food anywhere and anytime. IPI Catering, part of the IPI group of companies.
Enjoy more talk, more text, and more time online with Telecom More Bundles. Choose from 8 plans ranging from 3 kina with 600 megabytes of data all the way up to 75 kina, loaded with a massive 35 gig. Best of all, each plan comes with an unlimited on-network call minutes plus on-net and off-net talk and text. That's way more time to chat with family and friends. Telecom More Bundles. Top up now.
Soft and lovely hair growth cream. The new way to nourish your hungry hair. The first hair growth cream with natural origins. No silicone, overload of nutrients, and incredibly melted texture that is instantly absorbed by your hair. Available at Trends Essential Beauty Shop in Bryant Bell Plaza, Gordon's, and Eliseo Rainbow, Trend Salons, and all retail shops near you.
Join me on House & Home for all your home and lifestyle improvements.
It's not rocket science. And many of these things too, I didn't go to school, I teach myself.
From Hot Talk Mom, health and fitness, interest stories, gardening tips, out and about, pet care, and many more. Join me every Tuesday 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
You're watching Chuka Sports. Moving to overseas sports, Australian Alex de Minaur has moved through the fourth round of the US Open tennis after the opponent Daniel ultimate withdrew.
The 8th-seeded de Minaur was leading 2-1 and was up 2-0 in the fourth set when the German decided to retire. Australia's Daria Kasatkina has been eliminated. The 15th seed went down to two-time US Open champion Naomi Osaka in 3 sets, 6-love, 4-6, 6-3. Osaka will play 3rd seed and French Open champion Coco Gauff in the round of 16. Men's world number 1 and defending champion Yannick Sinner moved through to the 4th round with a 4-set.
That ends Chuka Sports. The Morning Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Chuka Sports. Chuka Sports.
Hi, I'm Chef Jules Hennell, and this is where my true inspiration for cooking started. Like most of us, I learned to cook from my mum. Nothing beats simple recipes where fresh local produce is at the heart, especially when it's a home-cooked meal, prepared and shared with the ones you love. And in PNG, no meal is complete without rice. And my choice is always True Guy. True Guy, true inspiration through generations.
Telecom is offering 2 phones at one price. This is a Telecom 121 and Telecom A551, bundled at the price of 199 kina. T121 phone features include 4G compatibility and camera, while the A551 phone features dual SIM and an AF camera. Great value and PNG owned sure feels good. Drop into your nearest Telecom store or kiosk today to grab that pair-perfect phone deal. From the mountains to the seas to global markets, the National Fisheries Authority proudly celebrates 50 years of growth. We're advancing tuna domestication, aquaculture, coastal fisheries, and sustainable fisheries management. Through stakeholder consultations, policy reforms, and stronger surveillance, we're protecting PNG's marine wealth and shaping a sustainable future. National Fisheries Authority, sustaining our future, empowering our nation.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic, and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport, to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
MTV's Vocal Fusion Season 12 Grand Final. Our 4 finalists take on 2 songs each to the themes Year You Were Born and Motown. Catch us live tonight at 7:30 p.m. on your number one to watch, MTV.
I went to Sogeri Secondary School, and it was at that time that my interest began to mount on the Defense Force.
Join us Monday night at 7 as we hold discussions with General Ted Diro.
I was the head of the cadet unit there. Some of the big names that you hear about these days went through the cadet units. At that time, my interest in the military grew.
That's on Monday night.
Dreaming for more than the life we've known. There is more to what the future holds. You be holy man, no walk one time. Oh, 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 oh. We dare to be living incredible things. Oh, 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 oh. With money plus we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby, partly cloudy. Darrow, partly cloudy with possible few showers. Terama, cloudy periods with chances of some rain and possible thunderstorms. Alotsal, partly cloudy to cloudy skies with possible few showers. And Popondetta, cloudy periods with possible few showers.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Sunday, the 31st of August, 2025. From all of us here, pleasant viewing and good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets. Coming up next.